Okay, so now we're going to be doing the final testing for Objective 6 of my Computer Science NEA, and this will cover the enter results page and how it can only be accessed by referees, and then the options on the page including entering results onto the database and deleting previous results that the user has entered should they make a mistake entering this. Okay, so here we have our app here, and if we go over to the app that's being run right now, obviously we've said that it can only be accessed by referees, and you should have been able to see this on the original test shown in the testing for navigation bar in final testing objective 1 video. So you can see that back there in that video if you'd like to. So we're going to go to the enter results page first and see the previous results entered. As you can see here, these are the previous results that have been entered. So we'll take Rotherham 1, MK Dons 2, and Bolton Wanderers 1, Wigan Athletic 1. And if we go to our database and we browse some fixtures, we can see from the League One fixtures that Rotherham versus MK Dons 1-2, Bolton Wigan 1-1, and all the rest of the results that have the referee ID that I've just signed in as, because I signed in as referee at referee.com. If we go to the users, remember referee ID 12, referee at referee.com is user ID 12. So that table links in quite well there, and it can be shown that the entered results are correct. So that test works well. And next we're going to look at next actually we're going to enter a result into one of the leagues. So if we enter a result into the Premier League, or no, we'll enter one more into League One because there we go. So if we choose any one of these fixtures, and we can see that, well, we've just looked at Rotherham United versus MK Dons. If you look closely into this list, that fixture and any of these other fixtures will not be in this list because they're not available to be selected as a fixture as they have already been played. So if we go for MK Dons versus Bolton Wanderers, and we go MK Dons for a 1-0 win against a Bolton Wanderers. If we just look at the table now very quickly, so the table fixtures, I think it was, it'll be here somewhere. MK Dons against Bolton, that is none there, so that was 128, I'll remember that. And then table standings in League One, we have MK Dons on 2 games played, 2 wins, 6 points, and Bolton Wanderers on 2 games played, 1 draw, 1 win, and then 4 points. So if we go and submit this data, that should work. Fixture entered successfully, and now that should be in this list. MK Dons 1, Bolton Wanderers 0. We go to the standings page in League One, and as you can see, MK Dons now have 3 wins from 3 games played and 9 points, and Bolton have 4 points and 1 loss added to theirs. So that test works well. Okay, so now we're just going to be doing some testing on the enter results page in the actual box up here. So if we type in, if we go to League One and try and enter another result, so Oxford United versus Sunderland, we input no goals. Oh, we have a little bit of an error there, and I'll just fix that and see how I can do that. Okay, so I believe I should have fixed the issue now. If we go to so we've gone to the myresult.html, which is the page being loaded on the screen. Essentially what I've just done is entered required in the home and away goals forms. I'm not sure why I didn't do this originally. But now that they're required, we shouldn't be able to submit the form with no data in them boxes. So if we were to go back to this now, and we've obviously gone to the enter results page, if we were to go into League One and submit that fixture with no home goals or away goals, it's going to ask us to please fill in this field now, which is the right thing that it should do. the next thing we're going to try and do is enter negative scores, so -2, -1. Obviously, the value must be greater than or equal to 0 because you can't have negative goals in a football game. And then finally, if we just change if we just actually reload this, because I want to enter a result in a different league. So, because I've only entered results in League One so far. So if we got Arsenal versus Chelsea, and Arsenal have beaten Chelsea 3-2. Successful scores, and as you've seen before, fixture result updated successfully, and we'll go to the fixtures and see if it's in there. Fixtures of the Premier League, and it should be the first one. Yep, Arsenal 3, Chelsea 2, and we go to the standings of the Premier League, and Arsenal should be at the top, Chelsea should be at the bottom. There we go, big 6 teams in the Premier League there. And that is the end for that test. And the last thing we really need to do is to try out deleting a result. There's not many tests that we really can do this, do with this, but because there's only sort of one thing here, one field of input. So if we go to your entered results and select a result to delete, so the simple one would be Arsenal versus Chelsea. If we delete that, it'll be easy to see that the fixture has been deleted. So if we submit that, there's not much else we can really do on that page. Fixture result deleted successfully. And if we go back to the standings and into the Premier League, as you can see, the matches officiated decreases by 1 on this page as well. And we go to the Premier League, it should be back to having no games and sorted by alphabetical order. There you go, and that's worked well. Likewise with the results, when we go to the Premier League, the Arsenal versus Chelsea fixture. Wait, was that enter results? No, there we go. The fixtures or results. There you go, on Arsenal versus Chelsea is blank and ready to be entered. And actually, I do just want to show you that in the Premier League, when we go back to entering results, it's there again, so we can enter another result into that field. And that's going to be the end of the final testing for Objective 6 of my website. Thank you.